Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is
What's going on?
Shake Money and Mr. Crypto himself. We got a show to do, but before we do, we got some bills to pay. We'll be back after this.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
Get ready to dive into a new role of online shopping with the Finn's Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Finn's Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
Yo, and being that there's gonna be no W Energy Game of the Week, spoiler alert, because all these fucking games suck. Anyway,
Right?
uh, W, you know how it is, man. We got
Right.
the starter pack. You know, if you click on the link below, you know, I recommend the starter pack, and of course, Chef Jew, wonderful man. You know him, I know him. You're looking for a chef to cook and cater your next party or business. You know what I'm saying? Call up Chef Jew. Let Chef Jew cook for you. Look at these. If you don't take my word for it, look at these fresh, homemade dish. You know, these desserts made from scratch, man.
Right.
That don't convince you. I don't know what will. So book him up at 786-804-8096. Mention the Finn's Tailgate. You will get 10% off your first order. So with that being said, what's going on, my brother? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Yourself?
Oh, yeah, I'm good,
Another day in
man.
paradise.
Oh, yeah. Another beautiful day in Zamunda. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. This game is in progress. We both said the Rams, so that's
Right.
nothing here nor there. Right now, the Rams are winning 10-0, and by the time you
Just for
watch
them to
this,
promptly lose.
yeah,
Like the
there'll be
last
some
one,
shit
huh?
on it. All right, then we got two NFC North teams playing for their playoff careers. We got the Bengals heading for the Steelers. It's hard because you know at the end of the day, that rookie quarterback, that quarterback is playing good, but you know the Steelers do have the Bengals numbers for it's in Cincinnati, it's in Steelers. So that being said,
Yeah.
I'm going the Steelers on this one.
I'm gonna agree with that.
All right,
They're gonna find. They're gonna. They get off the schneid.
yeah.
I think this Browning kid Lux runs out finally. Watts gets about 4 sacks.
Yeah, and
They don't
Mason
blow a
Rudolph.
13-0 lead this time. And as Thomason stands at the podium, looks him square in the eye and says, "I've always believed in Mason Rudolph."
Mm-hmm.
And Rudolph take from a year ago.
And listen, man. What better way? Listen. You can't write a better script. What better way than to save the Steelers' Christmas than Rudolph?
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Hey.
Right. Exactly. Save the Christmas.
got the
Rudolph
perfect
saving the
song.
Christmas.
Goes, then one stormy Christmas day, Tomlin came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright,
Not so bright.
won't you lead my team tonight?
Right. Exactly. Right. That's perfect. Won't you guide my team tonight? Then all the other reindeers.
I just
Some
had
shouted
one
out
Whitney.
wood.
Rudolph.
Exactly. And then you'll go down in Tomlin's story.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. That that's the Christmas rebound, right?
Yeah. With
Yeah.
freaking Rudolph.
Went ahead with Rudolph. Yep.
You can't make this shit up.
It's only fitting.
All right.
It's only fitting.
All right. And speaking of narratives, and think about this. I want you to think about this. Interim
I
head
think that's
coaches.
probably why they started him, Shake.
Interim
For
head
the
coaches.
Rudolph story.
Yeah. Interim coaches. I want you to think about this. Interim coaches, when they come into a new team, you know, the teams responds differently. Dan Campbell, the coach for the Raiders, twice. You know what I'm saying? Always come up with a win. Hey, look at the Panthers. They got an interim coach. They won. You know. So with
Yeah, but I
that
think
being
they
said,
played. It was the perfect storm. They
yeah.
played the perfect teams in those scenarios. But yeah, I see what you said.
So the
It
Chargers are
was on
playing
the
their
platter
interim
for 'em.
coach. Are gonna have a Saturday with the Colts. Remember, it was his only win, but still, Saturday got his first win as an interim coach. So with that being said, the 5-9 Chargers with their interim coach are going to play the Buffalo Bills, and I got the fucking Bills. Fuck. I say all that to say I think the Bills are going to win. I'm rooting for the
Right.
Chargers, but I'm not. Like you said, it was a perfect storm because let's face it, when we played the Texans, they were a shit show at the time.
Right. And
With Dan Campbell.
I think the Raiders they first matchup was the Giants or somebody or something like
Yeah,
that.
but I think he's gonna get
Or
one
the
win.
Jets.
He's gonna get a win though. He's gonna get at least one win.
He could, yeah, that's possible. I could see him eking out a win at the end. I think they played Denver in one of those final games, so that
Yeah.
could be the one. Yeah, you're right. I think Denver is that game that they played last game of the season. Yeah, yeah. I'll say Buffalo because they run into the perfect storm. It's like then that streak ends with the first interim head coach. Yeah, I'll say Buffalo will get it because they're in the mindset that they playoffs have already started in a way. You know, because they have to kind of win out to win the division, so they're already in playoff mode. So yeah, I say they'll win it since
Yeah.
it's win or die, it's do or die for them.
Yeah. But hey,
Yeah,
trust me, this is one I want to be wrong. I want to. This is my. I want this loss so fucking bad.
right. Because if it don't, you like that's
And it's not
because
because
they're running
I
out
don't
of
care about.
games.
It's not that I don't want to see Buffalo in the playoffs and all like that. I just love seeing I just love seeing Buffalo lose. I get a kick out of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's one
Right.
of the few pleasures I have in life. You know.
Yeah, that's
So
good. That's not bad. Ironically, what you call his mines because of the Marino Montana thing. I never liked it the 49ers ever since
yeah.
that fateful day in 1985 in January when we had the lead and then the wheels fell off the wagon. But yeah, I feel that way about them. But yeah, you're right. That would be interesting. Who was the Raiders? No, they played the Jets and Giants in back-to-back weeks, and then they played us, the Raiders, with their new coach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yep, they did that. And then what's his name? um, not Brable. Who was that? That was the latest midseason fire because McDaniel, or what's his name, lost his job too, right? Didn't he?
Who's that?
No, that was another season. He got fired in the middle of the season, right?
Who's that? Which coach you talking about?
Who am I thinking about? No, McDaniel's got this the one that got
Yeah.
canned, but
Are you talking about
Gruden,
Josh McDaniel?
Yeah, but Gruden, Raiders had another coach. Was it Gruden? Was that the
Yeah,
middle of the
Josh
season
McDaniels.
that
Yeah,
time with them
Gruden. He
too?
got fired mid-season too, but only because it wasn't performance. It was because of his emails got leaked.
Yeah, the email
It was,
scandal.
it was,
Yep.
it was because of those stupid emails.
Right. They revealed it after trying to catch Dan Snyder, the Commanders owner, and they end up finding Gruden's emails
Hmm.
while in the midst of hunting down Snyder's dirty work. They end up finding, oh shit, look what I stumbled upon. He was
And
like
that's
it's called it stray. He called it somebody else is being investigated for dirty work, and then next thing you know, they find your shenanigans in the midst of investigating a totally different team on the other side of the country.
no. You know what's funny? All right, look. I know this. I know that
It's
this.
crazy.
This is what this reminds me of. You know the St. Valentine's Day massacre, right?
With Capone, yes.
Yeah. So what happened was they had he was Capone's his rival was this guy named Banyan, the Irish boss. I forgot North or South. I don't know which territory they were. That's neither here nor there. But Banyan was the Irish mob boss, and so there was this doctor. He used to love being around these mob guys. You know, he admired this guy was a legit doctor, and he legitly loved the Italian mob style. But his downfall was that he looked like Banyan a little bit. So what happened was they were waiting. The guys that shot up the place were scoping the place out and wanted Banyan. So they saw the doctor and said, "Hey, Banyan is here." And wouldn't you know, that's the reason he got shot up. I'm like, damn, that's crazy, man.
Oof. Wow. Because
He
the
was talk about
resemblance,
being at the
yeah.
wrong place at the wrong time, and
Right. Yeah.
and that's kind
He
of what
catches
happened
a
with
bullet
Gruden.
because right, being at the wrong place at the wrong time. He gets caught up because he looks similar to the other person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
Gruden
they
was
thought he
good.
was
Yeah,
here. Hey, he's
his
here.
back and forth,
Yeah, so
his back
you
and
know,
forth messages got dug up or got
mhm.
found out because they was ciphering through trying to figure out what Snyder was doing.
And you know what? And I guarantee you, like some racially sensitive, and this is not. I don't think it had nothing to do with that. I think what really burned their behind was that he was talking trash about Roger Goodell.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you want to talk trash about me? I'll show you.
Roger Goodell got yep. He had his
That's what.
feelings hurt on that one. Yeah. You talking trash about me? Okay. Now we could take this other issue, magnify it, and say that's the primary reason. Really, when
Oh
you
yeah.
just hurt my own personal feelings, you didn't give a damn about him making racial insensitive comments.
Hmm.
You just got your own personal feelings hurt by him, or felt
Yeah.
betrayed by him. I think it was more like he felt betrayed. He didn't stick up for the billionaire class. So
By
he
the
said,
way,
"Okay, I'll show you."
Saints just scored 7-10 right now. Second quarter still.
Like I said, I do it eventually. The minutes everybody pick that what you call it, that's when the Saints go marching in. They make their comeback. The Saints go marching in.
So, all right, let's talk about the AFC versus the NFC. All right, I'm pulling up the league records right now.
Yeah.
The two best
Who was
teams in the
who was the
NFL right
night game
now.
for the Saturday? You forgot
Huh?
about the night game. Who did you mention the night game for Saturday night?
Yeah, the Bills and Chargers.
Oh, that's the night game. Okay. All right.
Yeah, the
So
three
the
games
evening
are
afternoon is on.
the Bengals. No, is it? Yeah, no. Wait a minute. Yeah, you're right. I think we are missing a game. You know what? You're better at this job than I am. Holy crap!
Yeah, I thought we was missing one.
No, it was okay. It's three games all together. Saturday is three games. The one Thursday night, and then there's only two Saturday games. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, damn. Only two.
And then and look, check this
Okay.
out. And there's three right now. There's three Monday night games. Three Monday Christmas
Mm-hmm.
games. There's three Christmas
Right.
games. So that's why. So next week, next Saturday, there's only one Saturday game. And then Week 18, it's all Sunday games.
Mm.
But anyway, still they're all still to be determined. But anyway, look, all right. So let's
Right.
look at the, which by the way they're going to be playing next week. The Ravens at San Francisco. So let's look at the we got the two 11-3 teams is San Francisco and Baltimore. In the top 10, if you look at the top 10 winning records, we got Dallas at 10-4, Miami at 10-4, which they're playing. And then you got Detroit,
Wow, that's crazy.
Philadelphia.
Second place teams in both conferences are playing against the second place of the other conference, or
Yeah.
third, second. You know, the
Mhm.
teams with the same records are playing in the conference in the same weekend. That's got to be a first this late in the season.
Mhm.
That's if a double-digit, uh, 4 double-digit winning team playing against each other.
Then you got the Detroit and then Philadelphia. You got Kansas City, Cleveland, Jacksonville, Cincinnati. So, I mean, most of your teams in the top 10 are AFC teams. So let's look
Out
at
of
San
the,
Francisco.
oh, you talking about the team that's in the 7 seed?
Mhm.
Yeah, the first 7 seeds. Yes, the first 7 seeds. If you're talking about, yeah.
No, I'm talking about the
'Cause
top
I
10
think
overall records. Top 10 overall records of the NFL. There's more AFC in there than there is NFC teams.
Oh, you just talking about the records. You're not talking about where they place in
Yeah.
the what's the records for the top 7 in the other conference. Okay. Okay. But yeah, yeah, you just talking about team overall record, top 10. So how many? You said 7? No, can't be 7. Is it?
Mhm.
Because a lot of them's got 8 wins or 7 wins now. How many 7-win teams in the NFC now? After last week, it's got to be like Minnesota's the only one left, right? Or
All right, let's look. If we look at the NFC teams. Let me see. Where
yeah,
is it?
it's only probably like 7 because Seattle won, so they made them the another 7-win team then, because they got their 7th win.
Okay, let's look at the.
So
Let's look at the
Minnesota,
playoff picture.
Seattle,
All right,
right,
here's the 7 right now. All right, Baltimore clinched the playoff spot. Miami
right.
is 10-4. Kansas City is 9-5. Jacksonville is 8-6. Cleveland is 9-5. Cincinnati is 8-6, and Indy is
95.
8-6. Those are the
They
7
didn't have a
teams.
bye week yet. Damn. So wait a minute, they 9-5.
Yeah, 9-5, 8-6. Remember,
Okay,
9-5,
okay,
8-6.
cool. Okay, they played that. They had their bye. I thought everybody had their bye. Okay, cool.
Yeah, everybody did have their
95,
bye.
86.
So and then you got the playoff picture is Houston, Buffalo, and then in the hunt is Houston, Buffalo, and Pittsburgh in the hunt right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I will even say Denver, because if Buffalo loses and Denver has the
Denver will
tiebreaker
go
on them.
ahead of them. Yeah, that's when Denver moves up.
Then you got the NFC already. They got 2 teams. They clinched. Actually, 3 teams that clinched playoffs
Yes.
berths already. Versus the NFC,
Yes, that will
AFC
be
only clinched 1.
right. AFC clinch 1. Both that's Baltimore. NFC clinch because the Niners most likely have already clinched a division. Then they got they go in as a division winner. The Cowboys and Eagles clinch, even though they both haven't won the division or settled it, but they still clinch because they got 3 more wins than the next team behind them, probably, right?
Yeah.
That's the only way I can see that them 2 clinched already. They must be 3 games ahead in the win column than the other teams, and their own tiebreakers over those remaining teams behind them. That's the only way I can see them 2 clinch without even winning the division yet.
Yeah, and see, the Rams got to win it, because if the Rams win it, if the Rams lose, then the New Orleans Saints would jump them. Because right now Rams,
Yeah, the Saints would, because the Saints are they're in second place in their division now, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Well, they're Tampa
Is in the lead.
yeah.
It's the division leader now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but right now, Rams got the division title. I mean, not the division, the last
The
wild card
tiebreaker.
spot.
Oh, the Rams got the last wild card spot. But as
Yeah.
far as who's holding the division, it
So
would be
the Saints,
Saints.
they're both tied 7-7. So if the Saints win, they'll get the 7th seed.
Who who would get the 7th seed? The Saints?
Yeah, the Saints right now will get the 7th seed if they have to beat the Rams. So they're essentially right now they're playing for the 7th seed, the Rams and the Saints.
Well, no, the Saints would still be playing for as high as the 4 seed because they could win the division.
Yeah, it's true. But I'm saying though, I'm talking about I'm talking about for this game. Just for this game.
Okay.
Yeah, and they could be
Yeah.
the 4th seed because you know what, if they win,
Yeah, if they win the division, they automatically locks in the 4 seed for them.
you know what I'm saying though, if they win, they will be the 4th seed because they'll have one more win than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as of now. So they'll
Buccaneers
leapfrog
had what?
Tampa Bay.
This will be the Saints' what, 8th win?
Yeah, so they'll leapfrog Tampa Bay right now.
Wow. After all the minutia we done talked about in that division, you've already got a team with still 3 games left about to hit win number 8.
Mm-hmm. So all
You
right,
see what I'm saying?
let's break down the
They about to win the 8th win, which is only 2 games behind us, and we're in first place in our division.
mm-hmm. Well, let's
Yeah.
break it down by let's break it down who right in the AFC. Who do you think? Let's break it down by division. Okay, we have
Mm-hmm.
the
Hold
AFC
on, let me
East.
go
Let's
over
start with
there.
that division because it's the best division because I'm a fan. We have,
Mhm.
and I can't really say it's the best
Okay.
division because we already got 2 teams eliminated of the playoffs in our division, which is the Jets and the Eagles.
Mm-hmm. You said what
And
again? The Jets and the Eagles.
yeah,
All
are
right.
eliminated.
What? Yeah.
Jets at 5
You
and
mean Jets
9,
and Patriots? Jets and
and
Patriots.
Patriots are 3-11.
Right. Right. They're Jets and Patriots. They've already gone. So yeah, we only can get a maximum of 2 in there. In our division, we only can get 2 in.
And what's crazy is the Chargers, they're still not eliminated.
To me, the strength of the division
Mhm.
means if a lot of teams in that division eventually make it, to me that tells me the strength of your division because you playing everybody in your division twice and you still manage to get in after going through your division, playing them twice,
Mhm.
and you can still get a bunch of teams in. That to me tells me this whether or not your division is a strong division.
But what's confusing to me though is, all right, the Jets are 5-9, the Tennessee
Yeah,
Titans are 5-9, and the Chargers are 5-9, but the Chargers are not eliminated. Tennessee and Jets are.
you said the chart. You sure the Chargers ain't unless the
No, they're not eliminated. There's no E next to them.
mhm, right.
How can that be?
No, because they own tiebreakers over people that's could be 7. That's the only way.
Probably. Probably.
Whoever can be the 7th seed, that's who they own the tiebreaker over going into this week. Unless those teams get higher in the tiebreaker and the tiebreaker don't play in, that's when they officially get
Yeah,
eliminated.
because they beat the
When you
Jets.
can't, yeah, when you can't beat, when the only thing that keeps you alive is when somebody else has not been eliminated and you own the tiebreaker over them, and there's still
Mhm.
enough games to be played.
So if
It's
they
enough
lose this
games to be
game,
played for them to catch and win a
yeah.
tiebreaker scenario against somebody who could be number 7.
So if
Wonder
they
who
lose
that
this
7
game,
is.
you could kiss the playoffs goodbye. Right now, it's about to go into halftime 10-7, by the way. So, all right, here we go. Let's look at the standings some more. All right. Now,
Yeah.
we got the Ravens at 11-3, Cleveland at 9-5, Cincinnati 8-6, and Pittsburgh 7-7. You got the AFC South. I mean, people say the AFC South is bad, but you got three teams in that
That's
division
still
at
alive.
8-6.
Right. That's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Three
And then,
teams
of
are still
course, you got
alive
the
in that
West.
division.
You got the West. You got the two teams in the West, 9-5, and then the 7-7 Denver Broncos. Then you have the NFC North, the NFC teams. You have the 10-4 Detroit, the 7-7. This is the North. The 10-4 Lions, 7-7 Minnesota Vikings, 6-8 Green Bay Packers, and 5-9 Green Bay. None of those teams have been eliminated yet.
Right. Even the Bears haven't been eliminated, right?
They haven't been eliminated yet. Nope.
Right. So they kind of like where the Chargers sit.
Mm-hmm.
They will be what the Chargers is in their division.
No, Giants are 5-9, and they haven't been eliminated yet. You hear me?
Yeah, the Giants. Yep.
The only teams
Which
that
is
have been
remarkable.
eliminated are the 4-10 Washington, the 2-12 Panthers, and the 3-11 Panthers. I mean Arizona Cardinals.
Cardinals, yeah.
And there's three teams that made the playoff.
Probably all of the teams with 5 wins could be eliminated if everybody wins above them this week.
Mm-hmm.
That'll push them officially into the eliminated category because there's not enough games left to be played. 2 games left, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Those teams who are above them will have to lose in these scenarios down the stretch for them to catch them, you know, just for the math to work out. So a 5-win team has to get to that next 3. They'll have to be 8 and 9 and win tiebreakers over the team that's about to be 8 and 9 or 7 and 10. You know, but yeah. But yeah, there's a possibility that NFC South can get 2 teams in there. If things fall right at the bottom, which everybody thought only one team is guaranteed to go in, given that the Cardinals lost freaking 11 of the first 12 ball games. You know, that's insane.
So right now, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions are tied for the best record by an NFC team against the AFC with 4-1.
So Detroit and tennis and the Eagles, right?
Yeah, Cowboys are 3-1, Saints are 3-2, and the Falcons are 2-2.
Falcons are 2-2. Right.
Minnesota is 1-4 against the AFC. Chicago is 1-4. Giants are 1-4.
1-4, yeah. So all the bottom teams, they're just losing to all the AFC interconference games. But the playoff contenders are the ones that has the winning records.
Yeah, pretty much.
For the most part.
Yeah, 4-1.
Yeah. Because last year Minnesota was the only one to sweep the other conference. I don't think no other team won against the other conference all the games. Maybe I don't even know because the Chiefs, they lost to the Colts last year. I thought they lost in the NFC game last year, didn't they? Maybe they went undefeated against the other conference. But yeah, maybe it was just them and the Chiefs. Yeah.
By the way, the top 5 passers are NFC teams. You got Tua Tagovailoa is number 1 with 3,900. You got Purdy number 2, Goff number 3, Mahomes number 4, and then
Oh,
Prescott number 5.
So he passed. So he passed Sam Howell. Well, they was kind of close. Wow. So
Mhm.
he's got the yards now. Wow, those other ones when Tua passed him, what's his name must have had a real low yards. Sam
Yeah,
Howell
Sam
must have had
Howell.
some
Yes,
terrible
Sam Howell has
games.
300, 500 now, 3,500. Tua
Yeah,
has
he just
almost.
dropped off a hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was ahead of him going into that game that we played him. That
Mm-hmm.
was only 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
So he must have had a massive drop off from that game, from when we played him. Because Tua was trailing him in the yardage going into that game we played him. So it must have been like a huge drop. He must have been had like 100-some-yard games for the last couple of weeks for to be down by 400 yards in the yardage category.
All right. Now,
Yeah.
we got. All right. Here's the rushing leaders.
Mm.
2 are in the AFC. The top 3. I'll do top 5. Number 1 is McCarthy. McCaffrey rushing yards. McCaffrey is rushing yards with 1,300. Cook with 900. Mostert with 900. No. Cook
900.
has 968.
Mm.
Mostert's not that far behind with 966. Javonte Williams and Swift. Javonte Williams has 953, and then Swift has 896.
896. So
No,
they
I'm
have
sorry,
all the
Karen
top
Williams. Karen
backs.
Williams from the Rams. Karen Williams. My bad. Karen Williams
So
from
all
the
the
Rams.
top backs are in the NFC now. Of course, all the top receivers we know in the AFC.
So San Francisco, Rams, and Philly. So 3 out of the 5 are from the.
Right.
Okay, let's look at the receivers.
Receivers, we ain't even got to look. It's going to be AFC. Justin Jefferson was out, so he couldn't even hold up the rear on that side.
All right.
Cooper Kupp was out, missed not a lot of games. So yeah, they will be. AJ Brown will be their best one coming out of that one.
Tyreek Hill, of course, number 1. Mike Evans is number 2.
And yardage behind Tyreek.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So
these
he
are
passed
touchdowns.
AJ Brown.
How bad? These are touchdowns.
Oh, and touchdowns.
The hell are the yardage? Oh, here's the yardage. God damn it! Come on, man. Son of a bitch. No, anyway,
it'd be Tyreek and AJ.
Yeah, Tyreek, AJ. Damn it! I hate this phone. All right. Here it is. Okay. Tyreek Hill.
For yardage.
AJ Brown, CD Lamb, Keenan Allen, and St. Brown. So no, actually, 3 out of the 5 are
so it's balanced.
NFC.
Yeah. So it's kind of balanced on the individual wide receiver yardage leaders. CD Lamb has gotten up there. So we got Dallas, Philly, Tyreek, and yeah.
Jamar Chase is
so it's
still
pretty
up there.
competitive. It's pretty competitive with the wide receivers.
Who's your receiver? Your favorite receiver? What's his name again?
Jefferson. It's probably got like 400, 500 yards.
Yeah, he ain't
He's
moving
been out
on
for
up
a whole
now.
season. Yep. Yeah,
Right.
his deluxe apartment has been cut off for rent.
Now, when it comes
He's
to
probably
rushing
gonna. That's why
touchdowns,
Tyreek's got to get it this year because I think Justin Jefferson's going to get it next year.
damn, look at this.
He's got to be the first to it.
Rushing touchdowns. Who do you think has more? Who more in the top 5? The NFC or AFC?
It'll be us because of Mostert.
Yep.
Or maybe Mostert is what's holding it up. Yeah.
One. Yeah, Baltimore.
Right.
Here's
Baltimore's
what's funny.
got a bunch of them too.
Two out of the 5, the top 5 rushing touchdowns are belong to quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts with 14 and Josh Allen with 14. No, I'm sorry. That's my God damn it. Some of these
But I
game
mean,
plays.
talking about as far
Raheem
as
Mostert has
rushing,
18. Jalen Hurts has
mm,
14. Christian McCaffrey has 13. Josh Allen has 11. Gus Edward has 11. And then Derrick Henry with 10.
damn, Derek quietly got double-digit touchdowns. Wow. Can you imagine if
But
they had a quarterback? They would be competitive in that division.
so one,
Wow. He
Baltimore,
still got 10
Buffalo,
touchdowns.
and Miami. So yeah, 3 out of the rushing touchdowns.
Hmm
So 3 out of the 5
He actually
um
scored one again in our game, didn't he? He scored the game-winning touchdown, right? Wasn't that his touchdown?
who's that?
Derrick Henry, didn't he get the game-winning touchdown against us? That was his 10th touchdown, right? Unless he had 9 and then scored another one this past week. That touchdown he scored on us,
Hmm.
that put him over 10. That put him at 10, huh?
Yeah. So all right, let's do all right, QB ratings. I'm gonna do now the rest I'm gonna just do top 3 because it's
Right.
getting
So
because
each
it's a pain in the
conference,
ass. Yeah.
yeah.
Top 3. So
Each
all right, here we go. Passing TD leaders, right?
yeah,
These
it
are
should be low. It's been low this year.
two out of
No, no.
the 3 are NFC. You got Purdy with 29, Prescott with 28, Allen with 26.
Right. That's
The
what I
rushing
thought. It was kind of low. Man, it's like
re-
early 90s. This year's kind of reminding me of the early 90s. It's gonna be
reception
barely
touchdowns.
quarterback scrapping for 35 touchdowns. Yeah.
Reception touchdowns, 2 out of the 3 are from the AFC with Hill with 12 touchdowns,
hmm
Evans 11 touchdowns, and Sutton 10 touchdowns. And of
Damn,
course,
Sutton ended up with 10.
you got
He was on my
QBRs.
roster.
You got Purdy with 119, Tua Tagovailoa with 106, and Prescott with 104.
So they 106 and 104. They
Mm-hmm.
both playing against each other with each other's defense as well. So they both over the 100 mark going against each other. Prescott in there. I guess because we don't watch, we only watch the Dolphins. Listening to Dolphin Spaces. Dak Prescott's QB rating is like a 30. If you would just only hone in on the Dolphin Spaces. you know, if you
Yeah.
just was dropped in from another planet, from another galaxy or universe, and you only had to get your source from the Dolphins Twitter space
Mm-hmm.
about Dak Prescott, he would be the worst quarterback in the history of the universe.
Right now, by the way, it's halftime. Rams 17-7. It's like, no, one thing Lewis brought up, and I agree with him on, when he was on Stephen D's channel, when the Cowboys lose, Dak Prescott is trash, which, whatever. But nobody wants to bring up context, you know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's that. How did the quarterback play? Man, they lost. Did they lose Zach Martin for any doing stretch of that game? Did they lose CD Lamb for any stretch, or Gallup for any stretch, or Micah Parsons for any stretch? But
Mm-hmm.
well, we'll go straight to Dak. He had a 4 QBR rating in the fourth, so he must be trash.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Oh man, I
he has
about died
playoff
laughing
experience.
listening to Spaces today, huh?
Yeah, I know what you mean, man. That's why
it was funny.
I try not to go into them.
Oh yeah, I was like, especially leading up to a game where we know we have that honorary guest that'll come in from another fan base to chime in on what they thoughts about the game, and we start asking them questions about their team because we're not following them for 17, 18 games, over the season. A lot of people ain't got that kind of time to be, tracking down every opponent each and individual week. They just take a short snapshot of the previous week and say, oh, that's who they are. This is who they've always been. So this should be the outcome, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we just go get the most recent film. Or let's just go with that one. You don't think teams don't change their game plan from if they play crappy the previous week? they're going to go into the next week and use the same game plan against the next opponent. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if it was that's the case, we'll have a lot of teams that would have broke that perfect season that we put up in 72, because all they had to do is just copy and paste the opponent's previous week and just move on to the next one and then apply it if it was that easy, you know? So I'm like, wait a minute. We know it's a copy and paste league, but you still got to play you still got to play the football game. Because if
Yeah.
especially if that team played poor and they know they can play better,
Mm-hmm.
what makes you think they're going to copy their same game plan into the following week? They're going to change. So whatever you saw in the previous week might not who you see on that upcoming Sunday. It will be malpractice for a team to copy the same thing they did that previous week in which they got clobbered. My swim coach always says, Shake Money, never
Mm-hmm.
practice struggle. That will be the definition of practicing struggle. If we expect the Dallas Cowboys to use the same game plan against the Bills and
Mm-hmm.
apply that same game plan against us. That's the very definition of practicing struggle.
Yeah.
Never practice struggle. Never imprint the bad habits. You think they want to imprint the same habit they did the previous week against Buffalo? You got to come up with a cumulative game plan on what they did that you could stop. You got to go look at their best games and try to strategize, because you got to assume that that's the game plan they're gonna want to implement. You're not gonna want to look at the game plan that they played last week. You want to go
Mm-hmm.
look at what was their best game against one of the most complete teams, and then use that game plan and see what holes you could pluck. Because once they do come up with that game plan, you already know how to counteract it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want to go look at the film of the other team's best game. So if you could poke holes in their best game, then you got them,
Mm-hmm.
because you won't see the trickery, because they're gonna want to go to what worked. You always want to pick apart your opponent what they do best,
Yeah.
not try to exploit what they do worse, because they could just change on the dime and they could have that out of body experience type game because you ain't playing for it. You think this is who they actually are. What you saw against Buffalo is probably not who they actually are collectively, because they've already played what, 15 games now, or
Mm-hmm.
what week is this? Week 16. You know, they have not played the same from the very first opening kickoff in week 1 till week 16. So you got to gather all the film, not just the most recent film. That's what gets you in trouble. When you think the most recent film is what to use. No, you got to use the cumulative film, so you could exploit every hole and everything that they got to offer. You know, if
Mm-hmm.
I know that, like for example, the baseball analogy with Ted Williams, the last guy to bat 4,000 or 400, right?
Mm-hmm.
He divided the batting zone into 9 different hitting zones, cells. If you know as a pitcher that Ted Williams is good at hitting in the upper right cell in the strike zone, right? If you know what can trick him to going outside what he hits best, you're gonna look at all the baseball games in which he dominated hitting, and what pitchers threw to him and how they threw to him, and how to get him, strike him out, so he won't hurt you. So you're gonna look at Ted Williams' best games, not his worst, because he can easily correct his worst ones and go back to what he been doing. You want your pitcher going into that game. Oh, Ted Williams, this is what he do. How can I get him out of that area of the batting box? You know, but you go look at offenses and defenses. What did the Cowboys do against the best defense in the league? What did the Cowboys do against the best? What did they defense do against good offenses? If they had any games on film to put on offense, you know, because you could say, well, the closest game will be the game that they almost won in Philly on the road. That will be the game tape that you will probably look at because
Mm.
they almost beat Philly on the road. Since that was a challenge for them, that was a road game. That's the closest they came to pulling out, a road victory in enemy territory. A right division rival. So you like, well, what was they doing that was causing Philly's defense trouble? Because at the time, defense Philly was kind of regressing on defense a little, even in that game. You know, but they had enough there to say, hey, they was attacking Phillies in this way. What could we do to cause them not to attack us, our defense in that way? Because they're gonna say, oh well, this guy tend to do this. He tends to he tends to press this way. He tends to you know chip this way. He tends to block this way. So and that was successful for them. So what could we do to counter what they think is good and success? What was successful on that given play? So yeah, I think I think that was just my opinion. I think
Yeah.
some people got it all wrong as far as what should be the psyche going into the game on um how we should go about the attacking Dallas on offense and on defense because if Buffalo uses their player personnel and coaching scheme, which is not similar to ours, what other game plan did you have to look at that was similar to us as far as our personnel and the way we do things that Vangio could use to counter their offense, or to, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Or if we was on offense and we're trying to go against their defensive coordinator, what was it uh that they were doing that was coming close to shutting down anything or any
Mm.
good running back if those games are available to be, you know what I'm saying, captured on, because we got 15 weeks of data. We don't have to just do tunnel vision on one game. We could look at all the games,
And
which I'm
by the way,
sure the professionals do, Shake Money. They
mhm.
do.
But real
Yeah,
quick,
well,
I'm looking at the AFC versus the NFC, and
yeah.
Baltimore Ravens 4-0, Bengals 5-0, the Bills are 4-1, and the Dolphins are 3-1 against the NFC.
Against the NFC. So the Ravens have won all of their games. Wait a minute. They
One more
five.
game. They got the San
Wait a minute,
Francisco.
Kimby.
They got the
Okay, so they
49ers.
play 5 games. So that's the last game that they play against the NFC. Then
Yeah.
they don't play no more NFC because the most you can play is 5. Yep. We don't play because we don't. Our ninth game wasn't the NFC team. It was the AFC team this time, right?
Yeah.
For our ninth game, for our 17th game, for that extra road or home game.
Yeah. Which is
We either play extra AFC team or extra NFC team. This year's the extra AFC team.
no extra NFC team. Remember the NFC team was I'm trying to think who the
Well,
NFC.
we played everybody in the NFC East, but who's the team outside the NFC East?
Hold on, let me see. Hold on.
Was it Carolina?
No, it was it was
That'd
Carolina.
be Carolina. Okay,
Yeah.
so
We played
Carolina
the
was
NFC South.
our fifth game. Yeah, it was one team out of that division. So the NFC. So Baltimore's got 5 now, or this will be 5 this week. Then they got
Or next week is
then
5.
Kansas City won. Kansas City is what? Kansas City have already played 5 games already. So you said they 4-1. They lost to Detroit.
So they the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, they lost to Detroit, so they got to be 4-1. They beat everybody else in the Bears division. No, they 3-2. 3-2. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, my bad. They 3-2. They lost 2 to the NFC. Or 3, didn't they? Didn't they play another team? First place team?
I'm looking for the. I'm
Hell,
looking for the map.
all of they losses came to the other conference, damn
Hey,
near.
by the way, Patriots is on 5.
Right. Patriots are 5. Patriots, damn, the Chiefs had a losing record against the other conference. Jesus. The Chiefs are 2
The
and
Chiefs, yeah,
3.
Chiefs are 2 and 3.
Yeah. Jesus. There goes that. Defending Super Bowl champion being
Mm-hmm.
respectable in the following year against the opposing conference. Everybody coming at their neck. And you said the Patriots lost all 5 of their games, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. All the wins came against the NFC. It's weird because they got 2 wins against the Jets and 1 against the Steelers, and that's it for them, huh?
Hell, even the
No, they
Panthers
got
have
4
have,
wins.
have a win against the other conference.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So you talk
But
about the worst versus the worst, they're still better than our worst, right?
mm-hmm.
So that goes
Actually,
that narrative that the NFC is complete trash
mm-hmm.
and they only beat up on the bad teams in their own conference. Well, that's been debunked, right?
Well, you got 4 teams in the NFC. There are 1-4 against AFC teams. You got the Cardinals, the Giants, Bears, and Vikings are 1-4 against. You got the Panthers that are 1-3. The Buccaneers are 1-3.
Mm-hmm.
Seahawks are 1-2. Rams are 2-3. Packers are 2-3. 49ers are 2-2. Commanders are 2-2. Falcons are 2-2. Saints are 3-2. Cowboys are 3-1. Lions are
Okay.
4-1, and the Eagles are 4-1.
4-1.
And then the AFC, you have the Patriots. They're 0-5. Chiefs are 2-3. Chargers 2-3. Raiders 2-3. Titans 2-2. Steelers 2-2. Jets 2-2. Colts 2-2. Broncos 3-2. Texans 3-2. Browns 3-2. Jaguars 2-1. Dolphins 3-1. Bills 4-1. Bengals 5-0, and then Ravens 4-0. Will the Ravens make it a perfect 5-0 against the
Mm-hmm.
where are they in this?
Broncos. What's the
49. They're playing
Broncos
the
again?
49ers against.
They
They're,
should have
they're two and
lost to the
two.
Vikings.
They're 2-2 right now against the AFC.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Who's 2-2 against the AFC?
The 49ers.
Okay. Oh, they could be 2-3. They could be both the Vikings and both the 49ers and Chiefs have the possibility of both being 2-3 against the other conference.
Yeah.
What? Think about that for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
You have the 2 top dogs in each conference for at least the Chiefs for the last couple of years. And now this year, the 49ers, right?
Mm-hmm.
They actually, in the same season, can have a below 500 record against the opposing conference.
But and no, actually, what's crazy is the
That's
Eagles
crazy.
only lost to the AFC was to the Jets.
Right. 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 Exactly. That's what's crazy. That's to me, that tells me that the narrative of one conference being so much better than the other, that myth has been busted because you got parity. Because you could say, well, these teams don't fare well against these teams,
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa. This particular team didn't fare well against this particular team. You know, you know, it's like, it's crazy how wow, you got the not the commander, the Panthers notching their first win against a team that's already got 8 wins on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Their first win came against the team that could win their division and be as high as the 2 seed. Or actually, let me see, because what's called got 11 wins. If well, they can, yeah, they can get as high as 2. I don't know if they can get to 1. We would have to lose out, and KC would have to lose out, and they would have to win out. Maybe they can still get number 1 in theory, but you think about that for a moment. Let's say if that was to play out, and they do get the number 1 seed, the Texans, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Panthers would be going into next season saying, we just beat the team in the best team in the opposing conference that had a bye week that's a playoff bound, and we got something to look for, fellas. Let's build on it. That will
Yeah,
be a talking point for them.
the Jets are 2-2 against the NFC.
The 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they can go above 500 with one
Against
more
the NFC.
victory against the NFC. Yeah. And it'd be crazy because if that NFC team is a winning team, then virtually all of the Jets' victories came against winning opponents.
Yeah. But
Well, they're gonna be talking a lot of trash. They're gonna say, "Well, if we had Aaron Rodgers, you know how that's gonna go." Because they were like, "Well, damn, if they could beat that many winning teams and still be bad overall, they were like, well, we was just one quarterback away. We gonna keep everything in house, and we just gonna hit the reset button or run it back. Hashtag run it back like we were doing in the offseason this year. It's gonna be hashtag run it back for the Jets. I'm almost certain."
yeah.
It's crazy. The Browns have been successful against the opposing conference's best teams too.
The
Even
Browns.
though
Let me
they
see,
almost
where are
slipped,
they?
even though they've almost slipped up against the Bears, which would have been a doozy.
Let me see.
So
The Browns. The
had they lost
Browns.
to the Bears, then
They're
we
three and
would have
two.
kind of like threw
They're
it
three
out.
and two.
Right, right. They are 3-2. So they almost went below 500 with that Bear loss. If they'd have lost that
Hey,
game, which
hey,
they
if
were
we hey
losing,
listen,
they would have
if
slipped
we
below.
beat the Cowboys, we'll be 4-1.
Right, we were 4-1. Right, 4-1. So
So
we can be no lower than 3-2. That's the lowest we can go. It's 3-2. The highest we could go is 4-1. So we permanently above 500, no matter what the outcome of the Cowboys game.
mm-hmm.
So we're guaranteed above, at least above 500, for our record, interconference record. Now, the 7th seed is who? The Bengals. What's their record against the other conference?
Who you talking about? The Bengals?
Yeah. What's their NFC record? What's their record? They did
They're
beat
five
the
and
they
zero.
do
They're 5-0.
they did
They're 5-0.
they won all 5. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they should be favored if they was to make it to the Super Bowl. you know. But they can say, well, we destroyed all the best teams in the other conference. Why shouldn't we be favored if we make it? Of course the Bengals fans are gonna be saying that,
Of
despite
course.
having a backup quarterback. They're gonna be saying that.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, well, we're perfect, you know. But what
Yeah.
the Steelers? The Steelers, you said they lost. They lost to the Cardinals, so they record can't be too good. Were they like three and
Yeah, the
two or something like
freaking
that?
Cardinals. Them and the Cowboys. Go figure.
Right.
Steelers are 2-2
That's
in
why
the
I said it.
They're 2-2
It's
against the
parody.
conference.
There's a lot of parody.
Oh yeah.
That's the parody thing. At the end of the day, I think it's more so we get focused on our conference
Mm-hmm.
when we don't really deep dive or pay attention to what's really going on when the interconference games start happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you can have the best team playing against the best team in the opposing conference. You can have one team win or lose, but the ultimate game is the Super Bowl, obviously, because you're sending most of the time the best team in your conference in that one game against the opposing team in the other conference. Granted, if they're not a wild card team like the Giants that one year and Green Bay the other year, and they still won, right? They still beat the best team in the opposing conference. The Giants, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were a 10-win or 9-win team, and they beat the best team that came out of the AFC. So that the bragging rights go to them because they can say, well, we wasn't even record wise the best team. Imagine if our best team actually would have won record wise, we probably would have destroyed them. You see what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
that parity be like, oh shit, it is some parity there. When a fifth seed can beat a number one seed in the opposing conference for at the big game in the big game, you know, because I think the last AFC wildcard team to go was the Steelers or Broncos was the last time that the AFC lower seed beat the top seed in the NFC. It's rare, but it especially during the Cowboys and San Francisco their heyday in the '90s, that wasn't happening. you you was you weren't gonna be those 6 seed coming in there beating them. You had to be at least a 3 seed to beat them. At least or at least a good firepower on offense. You
But
know,
yeah,
you
man.
know what I'm saying. So that parity, I think, is still exists in the NFL. NFC versus AFC. You got most of the talent is in the AFC on paper, but performance wise, when they match up, you know, it's not that lopsided. Exception of if you got maybe the Ravens doing it against the the NFC for the last couple of years, but as far as constantly beating NFC teams at a regular rate. But
Yeah.
the Rams did beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much shut down Joe Burrow in that game. So so they got back at the AFC for that one. Tampa Bay got back at the Chiefs, but you can argue the Chiefs did have some like 5 people missing in the O line or 4 people missing. But I would like to say that the Chiefs probably would have won that game if they was fully healthy.
So
That would have been interesting to see. But it's a lot of parity in the league, though. More than people give it. They just like to say, "Well, the NFC is so much trash." You know, yeah, okay, you can go that because you're looking at the Bears and the Panthers and assuming that's the entire conference.
yeah.
You know, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody
Green
looks at
Bay
the
did
Patriots or the Jets and say that's damn the AFC is trash.
right, exactly. Nobody looks at the Patriots
The Jets or
or to say that the AFC is trash. Oh, look at the Titans. You know what I'm saying? Titans got a bad record. They say, oh, nobody's looking at that and saying the AFC is trash. You know, for every Carolina, there's a Patriot or Jets. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
For every Miami Dolphin, there's a Cowboys
Now I
team.
could say there's a weak division in that conference. There's a weak. I could say they're a weak division, but to say to broaden it up and say weak conference is you know what I'm saying? Okay,
Yes,
I'd rather go for a weak division than weak conference.
and that's right, and that's fair to say it to narrow it down to say a division is particularly weak. Yes, you lump it all together, the Saints, Bucks, Panthers, and Falcons. You lump them all together, mix it in. You come out with 8 wins or 9 wins as a top
Because at the
seed,
end of the
right?
day, here's the thing:
You know,
the conference, the division with the most Super Bowls is
right? The division collectively will probably be the Cowboys division, wouldn't it?
yeah, they got the NFC. They got
Yeah,
the Giants got
the
4,
NFC.
the Cowboys got
Yeah,
5, and the Eagles
yeah.
got 1. So combined, they got 9 Super Bowls.
No, they got 12.
10,
The Redskins
10.
got 3.
Well, yeah, Redskins got 3. Now you're
Commanders
right,
got
12.
3. It's
Yeah, I
12,
forgot
right?
about them.
Right. every team in their division has won a title.
Yeah,
They're the only division in football where all the teams have been champions.
Mm-hmm.
But yet everybody want to say that's a trash division because they look at the Commanders and
Mm-hmm.
Giants, the current version of the Giants. You know what I'm saying? From a franchise standpoint, that's not a trash division. That's a very damn good division.
Because all right, you look at the NFC North, they only got what? They got the Steelers with 6, and then the other team, Baltimore, with 2,
With
and
2.
that's it.
So that's it. Just them 2. The Ravens is in then Baltimore. So that's 8. That's it for them.
AFC
And
East,
then one of them's got all of them.
you got 9.
You got 9 or 10. 9, yeah.
No, you got 9. Patriots
9.
6, us 8, and then with the Jets, their 1 is 9.
9, yep. So 9 in our division. So yeah.
You look at the NFC. Look, NFC South.
That's it.
You got
only 3
1.
teams.
AFC South only has 1. Super Bowl.
AFC South's got 1, right?
The Colts.
The now the AFC West may come close to the NFC, even though they got less teams winning. Because I think the Broncos with their 2, they've been to a bunch of them, but yeah,
They got 2.
the Chiefs got 2 under their belt.
Well, they got 3.
The
Because remember
the Raiders got 3.
Remember they had
Yeah.
like the one first one or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think they got 3. The Chiefs got 3.
Yes. Right. The Chiefs got 3.
Raiders got a
The
couple.
Raiders got a few. Yeah. So they
Chargers don't got
might
any,
be
though.
right. They the only one in that division. The Chargers are like the Buffalo Bills of ours. They still waiting to get 1, and that
Mhm.
will put the whole division up like the Eagles division. And
of course, you got the NFC South. Falcons don't have 1.
Falcons don't have 1. The Bucks got 2.
Bucks
Saints
got
got
2.
1.
Yeah.
So it's only 3 in that division.
And
It
who's
should have
the
been
other one?
4 because the Panthers should have won.
Mhm.
Patriots won that one, so they should have an extra one.
But they only got 3.
They only got 3. Yeah. The
So
Bears got the North got a few of them. They got like 7.
Bears got how many?
No. They got 4.
Bears
Green
got 4.
Bay's got 3.
Uh-huh.
Right.
The
Green
Bears
Bay's
got 1.
got 3, and the Bears got 1. Yep. So 4. Yep.
And the other
Yep.
teams don't got
Bears
jack
got
shit.
1.
Vikings won. They went. They're
That's
actually
right.
the Vikings
So
are
yeah.
the Buffalo Bills of the NFC because they're 0-4
yeah.
Super Bowls.
Yeah, they got 4. Yeah, they got 4 losses, just like the Bills, right? Yep.
The only thing more impressive about the Bills is there was consecutives.
It was all in one shot, exactly. All back to back to back to back, right? That was a little crazy. At least the Vikings, they spread those out over the entire
And
decade of the
one of them was
70s.
to us.
Yep, on our
And
second peak.
here's the kicker.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, all the NFC any NFC AFC Super Bowl loss came to an NFC East team. We lost to except for the 49ers, obviously. But
that's the only time. Yeah, all of our losses came to that division. Yeah.
Yeah, the Patriots, their 3 losses came to except they lost the Green Bay Packers too, so they have their exception because they did lose 1 to the Green Bay Packers, but they lost 2 to the Giants and 1 to the Eagles. The Buffalo Bills, all their teams came from the AFC East.
Right. Yeah.
Except the Eagles.
To the Cowboys, the Giants, and the days. Yeah.
Right.
That's wild.
See, the Jets could say, "Hey, listen, we never lost to NFC East in the NFC East Super Bowl."
In the Super Bowl, right? Exactly. You're right. The Jets could say we never lost to it. Right. They can say, "Well, at least we never lost to that division Super Bowl. Y'all keep losing to that crappy division." Right. Yeah, they can say that. Yeah, they never lost to they never lost to that division. Yep. Yeah, because
anyway, man, listen,
we
man,
lost and the Bills lost. Yep.
We had some fun here, man. Hey, listen, this Saturday,
yeah, we did.
We're gonna be live. I'm gonna have my. Hey, listen, I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna let you vote, Crypto.
All right. Mm-hmm. What was that? Shake printing out the ballots.
I'm gonna have me some Christmas I'm eating some Christmas cookies. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it right.
Okay.
I'm gonna have me a rum cigar, right? Check me out.
All right.
So I'm gonna let you decide. I don't finish this bottle, Coquito. I got me another one.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Oh hell yeah!
You got another
I bought me one today because I knew I was about to finish that. I was about to finish that one off today. So now we have a Coquito.
All right.
Shout out to the Boricuas. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or I got it because it's the Midnight Moonshine Milkshake.
Oh wow!
Shake, milkshake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The
eggnog.
moon shake.
It has a little cinnamon on it too.
Yeah. So, I think I'm gonna go with that one.
So you want me to
the moon shake? Yeah. Yeah, because you got the cinnamon already in there. Yeah, go with that one.
In it too. So
well, make sure you get some. Do you eat windmill or gingerbread cookies?
I'll tell you what. You know what? The Midnight Moonshake. We are going. This is gonna like midnight. So insomnia.
Yes.
And shake. And shaking it. So why not? Right?
Exactly. Why not? Exactly. That's the best one. That's what I was saying. Now, make sure you get some gingerbread cookies. On the side. Yes.
I'm gonna get yeah. Wait, I'm gonna give me some Christmas cookies. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a good time, and we're gonna call the rest of the games. And like I said, we'll talk about our favorite. We'll talk about Christmas traditions growing up, and we'll talk about the Christmas games and shit like that.
Right.
So.
Yeah, we can.
Hope y'all ready, man.
We definitely do that.
Yeah. So that being said, everybody, hey man, crypto, much appreciated, man, as always.
Likewise, fins up, everybody.
Fins up, baby. And we out this bitch.
Yes, sir. Get get those cookies ready.
Yeah. I got
that shake.
Hey, this milkshake brings all the girls to the yard.
Yes.
Later, man.